Welcome back. You're watching Newsx, and weeks after the Pahalgam terror attack, India is now planning a major defense drill nationwide. On 7th of May, air raid sirens will be heard across multiple locations in India as part of a major nationwide civil defense mock drill. The mock drills will be held at over 250 locations across 33 states and union territories, including Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Chhattisgarh, Chandigarh, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, and Goa. And during the drills, the air raid warning sirens will be activated, while civilians and students will be trained in civil defense to protect themselves in the event of a hostile attack. In some areas, the measures would also include a crash blackout, early camouflaging of vital installations, and updating of evacuation plans and their rehearsal. The idea behind the mock drill is to prepare citizens for any warlike situation. It is not a sign of panic. The drill allows both the authorities and the public to understand their roles better. Officials are expected to assess the outcome and make improvements if needed. Remember, viewers, a 30-minute blackout drill was held in Firozpur cantonment due to growing tensions between India and Pakistan. Now, let's take a look at that now.
है वो नजर आ रहे हैं बाकी हर पासे ब्लैक आउट का मॉक ड्रिल हो रहा है पर उससे किसी ना किसी फिरोजपुर पुलिस पूरी तरह चौकस नजर आ रही है.
Well, this 30-minute blackout drill in Punjab's Firozpur cantonment along the India-Pakistan border harked back to the 1971 war, when it had become routine to order lights off to reduce visibility for enemy aircrafts. These mock drill exercises, the first of their kind since 1971 after 54 years, have been ordered by the central government amidst escalating tensions with Pakistan following the recent terror attack in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. Well, we'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show at this point in time is Sunita Vakil, senior journalist, Wing Commander, Bharat Bhushan, former senior officer, Indian Air Force, is also with us on the broadcast. Colonel Dr. Virendra Kumar Shahi, veteran defense expert, 1971 war participant, is also joining us on the broadcast. Sunita Vakil, I'll begin with you. Well, it's important to understand that all these drills are preparing us for an eventuality, a contingency, perhaps not a certainty, and this is also sending a big message to Pakistan that if push comes to shove, India is no longer going to tolerate the murder of its citizens on its own soil. Sunita Vakil, that was for you.
Yeah, what's the question, please?
Ma'am, all right, okay.
Maybe.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay,
yes.
well, you know, these drills are sending a message to Pakistan, and this is a message that the government wants the people of India to be included in, and hence these mock drills are being conducted.
Yeah, I must tell you that I am a Kashmiri, and I was a child during the 1971 war, and I used to live in Kashmir. So during the air raid warnings and blackouts, I remember we used to shut out all the lights outside and outside lights, and we used we used to ensure outside lights were switched off, and we used to install thick blackout curtains on windows. So I remember during that war, we were terrified, and we used to do all the we used to take all the measures that were required, and I think we should be prepared this time also. When an air raid warning sounds, we have to familiarize ourselves with the drill, and we should look for shelter locations nearest to our house, like basements, underground car and we should look for safe zones for us, and we should keep ready basic emergency kit also, like torches with extra batteries, water, non-perishable food items, and also first aid kits. We should avoid panicking and creating unnecessary commotion. So I think if push comes to shove, we should be ready for this, and he should be prepared to carry when the raid warning sound, and we should be prepared.
Wing Commander Bharat Bhushan is also with us. Colonel Dr. Virendra Kumar Shahi also with us on the program. Colonel Shahi, this is perhaps happening after 54 years that India is getting into these drills. What do you make of them? And what do you remember from 1971 when certain similar drills were conducted back then?
I've been more fortunate. I fought through the 71 war. I was a little child when Pakistan first time attacked in 47. I saw the Indian aircrafts, Dakotas, landing up at Srinagar, who brought the Indian army that fought back and pushed back the Pakistani invaders. Unfortunately, premature ceasefire was declared. Otherwise, there would have been nothing like a Pakistan occupied part of Jammu and Kashmir. Leave that apart, I'll come back to your question. 65 also we had such sirens playing. 71, it was more precisely, more deliberately done. Now, as far as these drills are concerned, they have three great, straightforward aims and purpose. One, preparing our younger generation, like my little companion, he was talking about, have a torchlight, have that as the last possible conclusion. Any ray of light will bring back a bomb on your head. So no lights, absolute pitch dark, so that the Air Force or the Air Force strike aircraft can't locate anything, can't home on to a target. One. So preparing such youngsters and young children and the people who have not been through a war experience into those drills, which will be saving their lives. So that is one part of civil defense. Second message is to our adversary Pakistan. Don't you worry, guy. Don't keep threatening us with your nuclear bombs and this, that. Our 140 crore people are getting prepared, getting ready to receive you. Try your might, a might which I don't think you have. So don't scare us with bombs. Russia in 3 years has not been able to unleash its arsenal of nuclear wars. So many wars after the Second War and Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nobody has dared usage of the nuclear bombs. So don't be ridiculous. Don't be scaring us. We are not scared. We are not afraid. And lest you try a misadventure, let me as a soldier have another Air Force warrior, air warrior next to me, and listen, be careful. One smallest adventure will eliminate you from the world map. There will be no portion called Pakistan. If at all you try that misadventure, which I am sure, if sanity prevails, you will dare, bloody well dare not. Now the third message is word over to those who are thinking of supporting our adversary, those who are with us, sending us polite messages to restrain, those who are neither this way nor that way, watching around, sitting on the fence, clapping to each one of you. There's a clear Indian message, and that is we mean business. Our army, our navy, our air force, our professional forces. We don't believe in cutting private cars and pulling out eyes of a captured man, single man, against 20 of you. Very horrible human creatures, not human, inhuman creatures. We aren't like you. We are brave soldiers. We are professional armed forces, and we'll just let you have it. Be clear, and that's the third message. Not only we, the forces, are ready, poised, aimed, homed down on your targets, are waiting for a word go, which we will get at a time of our own choosing, at a place of our own choosing, in a way of our own choosing, whether it will be Army, Air Force, Navy, we will decide. Whether it will be a combination of two or maybe all three, we will decide. And dare you not talk of your atomic forces. We aren't worried of it. We just don't care for it.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Let us come back to you, sir. Well, meanwhile, let's take a look at several, FAQs regarding the do's and don'ts in a blackout. We'll get, in fact, Commander Bhushan to answer them. But first, let me go to the big screen and, in fact, address some of these do's and don'ts during a blackout. What should one do immediately when a blackout occurs? Well, first of all, like the government has said, be prepared. Don't panic. And that's exactly what we're saying. There are local instructions that will be, in fact, be made available to viewers, and that is exactly what you need to do in case of something like this happening. What should I do immediately when a blackout occurs? Use flashlights. They are safer than candles or open flames. Obviously, this is a time when you need to be prepared on alternative sources of energy. If there is a need to be in the dark so that the enemy cannot spot you, turn off major appliances. This helps prevent damage from power surges when electricity comes back. Unplug electronics. Protect your devices from potential surges is obviously something that is very, very prudent in case of such an eventuality. Ensure backup. If you are relying on life-saving equipment, have a generator as a backup as your power source. Most people have inverters today. That was not the case in 1971. So, of course, that is also something that needs to be computed. Create a communication plan. Communicate with your family and healthcare providers about your backup plan as well. In fact, there has to be a certain level of transparency that needs to be maintained so that in case of a contingency, you are able to receive help. Use portable communication devices. Use battery-powered or hand-crank radio to stay updated on the situation, because sometimes these devices can be misused. Utilize online resources. If you have a phone or a tablet with a backup power source, use it to access news and updates so that you know what is happening and you know how to respond to a particular contingency. Stay away from downed power lines. Stay at least 35 feet away from downed power lines, because obviously they could be a source of electrocution and damage to you as well as the people around you. Have a fire extinguisher at all times. Learn how to use it and keep it ready when available, because that is something that you will be looking for in case there is some damage. Prepare an emergency kit. Include items like flashlights, extra batteries, first aid supplies, medications, and a 3-day supply of food and water in case the situation gets to that. Avoid sharing rumors or unverified news on social media. That is, of course, the most important feedback. That's the most important vigil you can keep. Social media is the home of fake news. Do not panic if power or internet goes down briefly. The government is going to maintain that. The internet is a vital item to these days. It will not go away. Have cash. Card machines and cashless systems may not work during a blackout, so have cash on your hand. It will come handy in case any other technology that we use, which is UPI or credit cards or debit cards, they don't work. Have a plan for refrigerating medications that require a cold environment as well. And these are important cautions that need to be taken. Remember, this is an eventuality. This is not going to happen. Don't leave appliances plugged in. Turn off, unplug appliances and electronics to prevent damage from surges, something that we have already mentioned. This is also going to help you with a lot of uncertainty. Avoid unnecessary trips outside, especially after dark. This is obviously for your own safety, and all of this will come into play when the government decides to advertise it, when the government decides that this is what you need to do. Pay attention to local authorities' announcements and instructions as well. The government is going to make sure that this is something that you are kept privy to, that you are apprised of everything that the government is doing, and that's all there is to it actually. And of course there's similar information available on the internet as well. But let me also rope in Wing Commander Bharat Bhushan, former senior officer, Indian Air Force, with us. Commander Bhushan, well, this is an eventuality that we are talking about. This may happen, may not happen, but the government wants to leave no stone unturned, sir, when it comes to sending Pakistan a message. Your thoughts? So you're muted. So if you can hear me? Okay, so there seems to be a problem with your network. We will come back to you momentarily. In the meantime, let me in fact rope in Colonel Shahi once again. Colonel Shahi, the precautions that I read out, is what has changed according to you if you compare it with what happened in 1971?
Not really much, except for the internet and things that you talked about. They didn't exist 50 years back. They weren't even thought of. And the electronics and the your info technology related things, your mobiles, we had none of these. But let me clarify here, the sirens of the air raids will be a very short-lived affair. Between a siren of the air raid coming and the air raid gone past, the time lag can be very short. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. So I think one can put up that much time without your needing reserve fuel handy and this, that. This is going to be against the air raids. Basically against the air raids and nothing else for that period of time. So when their aircrafts are homing into airstrike, there will be sirens. And when they go past and no second current wave is coming, there may be a clearance sirens. So for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, that's about all, and you've got to be prepared for that. If you are in an area like in J&K, we have a lot of bunkers made in the border areas. Get into the bunkers. Those in towns, if you have the basements, it is the safest place in case of a airstrike. If you are not in a basement, don't have basement, also try and get to the lower floors. No jumping off the balconies, no panicking down the staircases, don't get in a lift, don't get stuck in a lift, walk down comfortably, slowly, don't run, don't panic. Don't panic is the hallmark, the biggest word is don't panic, take it cool. If it's unfortunate, 1 in 2 billion chance, the bomb has to designed to land on your head, it will damn well land on your head. And if it does that, not much that you can do about it. But apart from that, I find just no reason for any kind of panic. Take it cool, go through the instructions, they'll be coming again. The drills have started here in Jammu, where I am, J&K. They have started now even training the children. The schools are running that cadre. The school classes are teaching that, get under the furniture, get under your desks and all that. That is an additional overhead protection. If there is a roof collapse or something, you have something else protecting your head on top. So there's no panic scene. It's more of a message. It's more of a mental preparedness. Your will to fight it through, your will to live it. So that's what is important. The
Okay.
questions I would love to answer.
Let me also rope in Wing Commander Bharat Bhushan once again. Let's see if his audio is working now. Commander Bhushan, I hope you can hear me, sir. All right, Sunita Vakil again with us. Sunita ji, you've heard from the defense experts, but you know, Jammu and Kashmir obviously is going to be very close and vital to this aggression which is being postured by both the countries at this point in time. That will require more resources, that will require more attention. Do you concur, ma'am?
Hello? Yes.
Ma'am, I'm going to have to come back to you. Wing Commander Bharat Bhushan is also
Yeah.
with us again. Commander
Yes,
Bhushan?
yes. I was both in 65 and 71, and that time 71 it was far more serious and long term. And the government, under the defense services rules, they are supposed to conduct this blackout and passive air defense exercises fairly regularly. Of course, somehow we don't do that, but basically it's a passive air defense. What you're doing by this blackout and other measures that we are taking is to protect the property and the life of the citizens of India. And towards that extent, we have to do everything that is possible to prevent an air raid aircraft finding out targets or location of places. In fact, if you go to the Western countries, a lot of them have got nuclear shelters, nuclear bomb shelters as well. And we, as of today, we are not yet there. But what the government is doing is something good. We should have been done a long time ago. But we are there. And you're sending a message that we are ready and we are now not going to be cowed down by whatever happens. And the threat of a nuclear bomb is not going to work. So my view is that we need to take every possible precaution by common sense, by the government guidelines. The idea being not to present a target to a flying aircraft. And they come very fast. You'll get a yellow warning, where the first time it says the air raid is imminent, and that is when you start working on it. And if it's a long drawn process, then you've got to tape up your windows, black your windows, a lot of other things need to be done. But this is an exercise, and therefore there is going to be limited objective and limited work to be done on that. But it's the right thing that we are doing now.
But sir, the question that the normal man would also want to know, and perhaps you can address it, sir, is will something like this be allowed? With India's anti-missile systems, the S-400s, is it possible for the enemy to penetrate?
See, if you remember the Israeli Iron Dome, the Houthis and the Hezbollahs were able to penetrate. So one can never say when there's a barrage or a large number of aircraft or the missiles that come in, then you have a problem, because one can never know. One never knows when one odd thing can move in, and then we have a problem. So one is only taking precautions to ensure, despite S-400, the various air defense missiles, air defense systems, radars, it is possible that sometimes something may sneak in. Because Israelis have experienced the same thing.
Yeah, sir, appreciate you joining us.